Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over what is happening in Pokemon Go as far as newer updates and patches that Niantic is implementing. So first off, right off the bat here, I do have the new update, and can you tell anything different right now? And that is going to be my shadow. We actually have shadows on our avatar now. Not too big of a deal, but a nice little touch, seeing that our buddy Pokemon have a shadow, so it would make sense that we do as well. But not only that, it is actually going to be moving throughout the day. So technically, like where the sun should be is where your shadow is going to project. So that's a nice little feature they did add, but that's barely going to be touching the surface as to what is new in Pokemon Go. But before we do get started, really quick, I want to touch on the last video. Obviously, the shiny Gibbles were not triggering it. It seems like people are just reading the title and then commenting. I clearly stated multiple times throughout the video that it is going to be different apps and programs people are using to spoof that are actually getting them those ban warnings. So I don't really need to clear up the error, but I thought I just mentioned that there. Also, you can now TM specific Kanto Pokemon to receive their older legacy moves. We're going to be going over that list. The whole problem right now that I'm facing, that I seem to always be facing, is the fact that I am at a shortage of TMs. Now, I was up to a good amount yesterday. I was sitting at about 17, but it did take me about 15 charge TMs to get the move that I wanted on my Armor Mewtwo. I was about 7 deep when I decided to almost quit, but once you're that far in, it's like you're committed. It'll be all in vain and wasted TMs. You might as well keep going, and at this point, I had to use just about all of them. Now, the Kanto Pokemon that can't learn old legacy moves, but now are going to be available to everybody. It's going to be Raichu with Thundershock, Magneton with Thundershock and Discharge, Venomoth with Poison Fang, Haunter with Shadow Ball, that's a big one, and Hypno with Shadow Ball, that's also another big one. Now, personally for myself, I was able to trade a Haunter as well as a Hypno, but it did cost me a pretty penny to get those. So at this point, where are we? Do you want to start giving up very important or rare Pokemon for these older legacy Pokemon that have yet been reintroduced by Niantic, say like a Fury Cutter Nidoking or a double legacy Dugong? I wouldn't say trade off something valuable, because it seems like more than likely Niantic is going to finally release all of the old legacy Pokemon for you to TM again. The problem lies yet again though with the TMs, but like I've said before, I do believe we're going to get a TM rework when we do get the Go Battle League online. That or the TMs are going to be very abundant. Now, taking a look at some of the new Gen 5 sprites released by a data miner. Of course, like usual, links in the description. We went over Germanitan, we went over Mincino. We're going to have that Mincino task day in which you're going to be able to possibly find yourself a shiny. That's going to be nice. The rest of these Gen 5 Pokemon have yet been announced, so don't get too hyped for them to be released quite yet. Now, Deerling, as you can see, has many different forms. Now, I feel like in Pokemon Go, it's either going to be weather dependent or season dependent. So depending on the season, you'll get that specific one. If it's winter, you'll get the winter form, or it could just be weather based, which I think it's probably going to be weather based. Season based is going to be probably a little bit too harsh. And then moving on to some more of these sprites here. Volcarona is going to be a very hype release whenever that does come out. And then we have Meloetta in its different forms, Keldeo, and then of course one of my favorites, Meowscarada. This is going to be a fighting type Pokemon, and it is going to have a higher attack than any current fighting type Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Is it going to outperform them? Unfortunately not, because of the movesets it did receive. Now, taking a look at some of Niantic's notes here regarding the new update. Pokemon eligible for trade evolutions can now be searched by using the search string trade evolve. Attack and defense stat changes are now cleared after swapping during combat. So previously you were not getting those cleared after you were swapping, but now they will. Now, this is for PvP. During battle, when two Pokemon use charged attacks at the same time, the Pokemon with the higher attack stat will go first. If the two Pokemon have the same attack stat, a random Pokemon will go first. So this is including IVs and base attack stat. So, you know, keep in mind all of those features, not just the IVs, whoever has higher IVs. Then moving on, removed EX raid eligible tags on gyms with already scheduled EX raids. I don't understand that. That makes no sense. Now, this one is funny because people are trying to exploit this, which is fine, but updated to Team Go Rocket Leader's Shadow Pokemon encounter logic. So I think before, what was going on was people can leave the encounter screen with the Shadow Pokemon and then come back an hour later, possibly for a new IV, CP, and as well as possibly being shiny, but that looks like they patched it up. Moving on here, minor visual and audio updates to Buddy Adventure feature. Not too sure all of the features or details regarding that. And then new ways to engage in trainer battles. I don't know what that is 100% either, but if you guys do know, let me know down below. I don't think they've actually made that go live yet. Bug fixes. Resolved an issue causing Galaxy S10, that's specifically me, devices running on Android 10 to crash when entering AR Plus mode. Yeah, that was really annoying. We had beautiful scenery here and I wanted to capture that, but unfortunately it's gone and well, I can't do that now. Walk Buddy Together category under Total Activities now updates more frequently. Okay. In-game notifications for when your buddy collects candy now directs you to a new buddy profile page. Fixed a bug where swap a buddy button on the buddy profile page was incorrect. Grayed out. Yeah, that's there's a lot of bugs with the buddy system. And then moving on here, they did fix an issue where you would have actually negative distance for your buddy. I personally had that experience. And then they are going to be fixing the time in which it will display how long you've spent with your buddy as well. Now this one's pretty important. We're not going to go over the rest of the stuff here. They fixed a bug where apparently spinning that gym stop would actually be visit a new place. Remember that? It didn't have to be a new gym or anything like that. You can just spin it. Well, now that's been fixed. It has to be a new gym or a new Pokestop in order for you to get that heart. Unfortunately, that is a bit of an inconvenience. All right, now let's go ahead and go over the data mine stuff. And as usual, I'll have links in the description. This was done by Pokeminers here. So going over the notes, Anticheat Features, refracting of forms and new forms, shadow eggs, very interesting. We'll be going over that. XP milestone, Poffin bundles, about time. Blacklisting from POI Edits, that is points of interest. That is going to be with the Pokestop submissions and all that. PvP, buffering and queued moves. Go Battle Hub, creation and showing. Several buddy fixes, avatar shadows, and that's what we've seen in the beginning there. Best buddy badge, friendship tracking. Great box is officially dead, replaced with adventure box. Weather handling updates and sprites of shadow Pokemon, purified Pokemon. Very nice. For the anti-cheat feature, we won't go too much into detail just like he describes here, but there is more within the game regarding that. So for the people who think Niantic isn't cracking down, well, I have my own theory on that, and that's basically show the people a little bit that you care, just enough for them to have others get off their back about it. That's how I feel. Shadow eggs. Now this is very interesting, and his thoughts are that you may possibly be getting these from the Pokestops that are currently infected by Team Rocket Leaders or Team Rocket Grunts. Who knows how that's going to work out. And then XP Milestone, which is going to be pretty nice. It's going to be like a feature that pops up on your screen, much like Lucky Friends, and when you increase your best buddy friendship. So don't get too hyped for newer levels or anything like that. But yeah, that will pop up on the screen when you do reach specific milestones. Then we will have the Poffin bundles, pretty self-explanatory there. Blacklisted from points of interest edits. So I guess there is people running amok, kind of throwing a wrench into it and kind of messing things up where they shouldn't have. So yeah, so you can get blacklisted for messing around with that. PvP buffering and queued moves. That is going to make battles a lot more smoother and execute specific things a little bit easier, I would assume. More than that in the future. Go Battle Hub creation showing. Now this is going to be like your main station of where everything is going to be going down, kind of like showing you where your stats are and everything that you've kind of earned. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I can't talk enough about this, so we'll make this one quick here because I've went over this plenty of times. If I don't stop talking about it, then I'll keep going on and on about it. Buddy fixes, as we went over by Niantic's notes themselves, they fixed quite a bit revolving around that. And like we took a look at a few minutes ago, the whole search feature for the Pokemon that do not take any candies to evolve after you did trade them, that will be trade evolve for you to look them up. New search strings are always going to be welcome. Moving on here. Moving on, it looks like we're going to be getting a Best Buddy badge, indicating how many Best Buddies we do currently have. So personally for myself, I'm at 9, so I'm quite interested to see what it's going to take to get gold for Best Buddies in this system. Takes quite a bit of time, so that's going to take a while, like Giovanni. Now this one right here is something that I would really like to see, and I can't wait for it. Friendship tracking. So it looks like you're going to be able to keep tabs on everything you've been doing with your friend. Maybe as many trades that you've done, how many times you've been lucky, how many times you've raided together, things like that. How many times you've opened up their gifts. Who knows how many points they are ahead of another specific trainer, because you can have somebody on your friends list that's going to have more points than another friend because you open their gifts continuously or raid with them constantly. Moving along here, Sprites for Shadow and Purified Pokemon. It looks like when you do scroll through your Pokemon, instead of that little icon, it is actually going to appear as that Shadow or the Purified Pokemon without just the symbol on it. So there you have it. I'll have all the links for you to go and check all this stuff out yourself. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Just bring you a bit of a news update. I have been cleaning up the house, so I've been kind of busy. I haven't really been out grinding or have specific gameplay for you. If there's anything you would like to see, let me know. I do have things planned, and hopefully we can bring those to you fairly soon. Now, taking a look at a poll that I did do on Twitter here, I gave it 24 hours. We have 2,593 votes for what you guys want to see for the next community day. And I wasn't persuading people and say, pick Rhyhorn, right? I just said, tell me what you would like to see. And it looks like we have at 61% Rhyhorn. In second place, which it should be, Vulpix at 23%. In third place, we have Machop at 10%. And we have Dratini at a very low 6%. So the people have spoken. Let's see what we're really going to get, because it's all going to be coming down to what tasks we do complete. Thank you for watching, trainers, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.